will be favorably reported to the House floor. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair and members of the committee. We'll see you back here.
Representative Dubuc-Clay. She was here. Oh, there she is. Okay. The chair recognizes Representative Dubuc-Clay to present House Bill 4323. We have two, I'll read the witness slips. We have two proponents, Jocelyn Wilcox as self, and Quinn Adamowski, Landmark, Illinois. These are records of appearance only. They're proponents. We have 0 opponents and 0 no opposition. Thank you. Please proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and I hope that was not a comment on my height. Do you think it was? Yes, I'm short. Good afternoon, Madam Chair and members of the committee. I am here today to present House Bill 4323. This bill designates July 25th of each year as Emmett Till Day in the state of Illinois, which will be a day to honor and remember Emmett Till. Now, this may be a simple bill on paper, but the meaning behind it is anything but simple. Emmett Till, as you all know the story, because last year we had Dr. Wheeler Parker testify, was just 14 years old. He was a child, and his murder became one of the most painful and defining moments in American history. It shocked the conscience of this nation and helped awaken a movement for justice. His story is not just Black history, it's American history, and it's Illinois history. And as part of our shared responsibility, to remember the truth. And for us here in Illinois, this matter is deeply personal. Emmett Till was a son of Chicago. His life, legacy, and the courage of his family are tied to the state. Creating an Emmett Till Day is one way for Illinois to say clearly and formally that we will not forget him, and that we will not allow future generations to forget what his life and death meant to this country. Last year, as I just mentioned, Dr. Wheeler Parker came down to testify. Mr. Parker was not simply a relative speaking about a painful chapter in his history. He is Emmett Till's son, and he was in the room when Emmett Till was snatched and hung and drowned. He's a living witness to the tragedy that helped awaken the conscience of this nation. For decades, Dr. Wheeler has carried the weight of that memory with grace, dignity, and courage. And when he came before us last year, he came not only as family, but as someone who has spent a lifetime making sure this history is never forgotten. As you remember, once again, his testimony was powerful, it was heartfelt, and it was deeply moving. He came here hopeful that Illinois would take the meaningful step to honor Emmett Till, and he and I were both profoundly disappointed when the bill stalled in the Senate. That disappointment should stay with us, because when a family member is a witness and a living keeper of this history comes before us and asks us to remember, we should listen and we should act. The House did its part last year. The measure passed unanimously, and I believe it was House Bill 2755. It also passed this committee unanimously. And I believe that that unanimous vote reflected something important. Honoring Emmett Till should not be controversial, and remembering history should not be optional. So here we are again. I'm asking you once again that we do what is right. House Bill 4323 does not erase the pain of the past. It does not undo justice. It does not undo injustice, but it does something that affirms something important. It affirms that memory matters, truth matters, and remembrance matters. So designating Emmett Till Day gives schools, communities, families, and institutions across our state an opportunity to each year reflect, to teach, and to honor the young life whose loss helped change the course of this nation. Members, please give this bill an opportunity to do more than remember history. It gives us an opportunity to honor the truth, to honor the loss, and to honor the enduring courage of the Till family. We have another chance now, another chance to say that Emmett Till's life mattered, another chance to say that Illinois would not look away from its history, and another chance to make sure that generations know his name, know his history, and understand why it still matters today. We owe Mr. Wheeler Parker more than our sympathy. We owe him action. And I apologize he couldn't be here today. Maybe he'll come if this makes it to the House floor. So let us finish what we started. Let us honor Emmett Till with the dignity he deserves. And let us finally make Emmett Till Day the law in Illinois. And I respectfully ask for your support. We cannot let this moment slip away. We owe more than our sympathy. We owe action. Let's finish what we started, honor Emmett Till with the dignity he deserves, and finally make Emmett Till Day the law in Illinois.
Thank you. I'm a little miffed because I put in to be added as a co-sponsor to this bill a couple weeks ago, and I'm still not a co-sponsor. So could you
We'll
please
make that happen.
please add
Yes.
me? I'd be happy to be a
Yes.
chief co, actually.
I can add the whole committee.
Yeah, I remember his testimony last year, and if I
Yes.
remember, was your bill gutted and replaced
Yeah.
or something, and
Yes,
that's why
so
it disappeared?
It went over to the Senate,
Yeah.
and it became the revenue bill, which I thought was a little
Right.
interesting.
So this is essentially the same thing we did last year, but we got to do it again. We have
the
to do a
same
lot of
bill.
things twice in this committee, apparently. So
We don't give
appreciate
up. We
it.
just keep trying.
Yeah, and you know, those who don't remember history are destined to repeat it, and that's why I think the story of Emmett Till is so important. I really do, and I appreciate you bringing this not once but twice.
We'll keep trying.
Absolutely. Do any members have any questions? Representative Grassi.
Thank you for this again, and it's not really a question, it's a comment. I just want to say again in Emmett Till's memory and for his family. I've been a hospice chaplain in the Chicagoland area for 34 years, and at end of life, many people talk about the significant events in their life that have had a great impact on them. And that's just a very normal part of life review at end of life, and people can reflect upon what really affected them, what inspired them to do certain things, and things that just have stayed with them throughout their lives. And I cannot even count how many people I journeyed with in hospice who one of their final memories was the importance of going to Emmett Till's wake as children, as adults.
Yes.
And in all of their life stories, sometimes people who were 80, 90 years old, that was a significant event that altered their life that they wanted to share that story with. So I just wanted to share that piece because it is so important to keep that a part of our history, especially for our younger generations, but just that Emmett Till's memory continues for many people.
Thank you. And the church where his funeral was held has been designated a national park, and it's in my district. So it brings me even more warmth, and I'm very proud to have to present that and have that in my district. Thank you.
Okay, fabulous. Any more
I can't hear you.
questions from the committee? Okay, seeing none. There being no further debate, Representative Davis moves that House Bill 4323 do pass. Do we have leave? Thank you. Leave being granted on a vote of 9 in favor, 0 opposed, 0 voting present. House Bill 4323 is declared passed and will be favorably reported to the House floor. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair and members of the committee. Thank you.
Okay, and I would just like to state on the record that I have confirmed with Local 150 that they did not have an objection on that bill, and that witness slip had been filed erroneously. So we are good to go on that one. The chair recognizes Representative Ryan to present House Bill 5090. What? This says Ryan. I don't know. You guys didn't put this. So we're just going to go with 5090. You could present from your chair, but we're good.
Ready?
let's get started, boys. Okay? Ready? Ryan.
Yeah.
Representative Ryan, House Bill 5090.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay.
House Bill 5090 amends the Illinois Procurement Code to allow the independent chief procurement officer who has jurisdiction over the procurements for the Department of Central Management Services to handle both construction and construction-related procurements. Additionally, HB 5090 extends the sunset date for the Design Build Procurement Act by 3 years from January 1, 2027 to January 1, 2030. The Design Build Procurement Act allows a state agency to use the Design Build Delivery method, which involves selecting a single entity to handle a construction project from the design phase to the construction when it was in the best interest of the state. HB 5090 is an initiative of the CMS, and they are a proponent of the bill, and there are no known opponents.
Okay, I hate to burst your bubble, but there are no opponents. Okay, I'm going to read the witness
I'm sorry, I
slips.
apologize. As the printing of this document, there weren't any.
I gotcha. So the witness slips, we have one proponent, Dana Stoger from CMS, who is present for, I'm assuming, testimony and/or answering questions, and we have 3 opponents. Kim Robinson from the Engineering Society of Illinois, filed twice, and Mark Polis again from Local 150.
Oh, that's news to me, so.
Okay, so I'm a little confused by this. But they dropped witness slips in opposition of this,
Okay.
and you guys clearly don't know
Correct.
about
They've never
their
contacted us.
opposition. Give me a second. I'm making a judgment call here. We are going to pull this bill for right now. For right now. Okay, I want to see if I could actually call it at the end. I need some
I'm
people
okay with
to
that.
confirm that I can do that. You
Yeah.
need to make a couple
And
phone calls.
worst case scenario, we'll come back next week and we resolve that issue.
We can do that.
That's okay too, but if we can get it done
Yeah.
before today, that'd be great too.
Yeah, I'm just concerned because it's the engineers and a couple of engineering companies that are have an issue here. So we want to make sure that their issues get addressed. And
Yeah.
I'd rather not, you know.
Yeah, but
Push it without knowing.
I would appreciate that they contacted us to express their concerns also.
And again, I say this every single time this committee meets, right? If you have a problem with the bill in my committee, let me know. I won't call it until your issue is at least addressed.
Right, I think that is well known.
Yeah.
But apparently not well enough.
Apparently not well known enough. Spread the word, people. If a bill's in my committee, object early, or you run the risk of not being heard.
There is a billboard on
So-
4th Avenue that is available to put that message up for
Well,
those
we'll
that
have
are
to
unaware.
do a GoFundMe for that. Okay, so we're going to pull this one for now, and we're going to proceed to Rep. Grassi's bill. Thank you. Okay, so the chair recognizes Representative Grassi for House Bill 5311.
Thank you, Madam Chair and committee members. Today I'm presenting House Bill 5311. This bill allows agencies to more quickly exercise administrative actions that are already clearly laid out and agreed upon with an existing contract. Under current law, even when a contract has been fully reviewed and approved, and even when it explicitly includes provisions for certain administrative changes, agencies are still required to process those actions as formal contract amendments. These amendments was then go through the state procurement office review process as if they were entirely new contracts or renewals. This creates unnecessary delays, redundant oversight, and added administrative burden, not because the actions are new or unvetted, but because of a procedural requirement that treats them as such. So House Bill 5311 addresses this inefficiency, and it allows agencies to move forward with administrative actions that are already specified in a previously approved contract without having to restart the full amendment review process each time. And here's an example of how this might work. When the minimum wage law was amended to schedule regular increases until the minimum wage reached $15 an hour, the SPO required CMS to execute full amendments subject to an SPO approval process for each increase, despite the increase being specifically provided for in statute and in contract. So this really just streamlines this entire process, and it will reduce administrative delays. It will allow the agencies to act more responsibly and more efficiently, and it will free up resources within the state procurement office to focus on truly new or substantive contract reviews. So I respectfully ask your support of House Bill 5311, and I do have with me Dana Stoger, Government Affairs with the Department of Central Management Services, if you have any questions.
We all try and pronounce your name correctly, Dana, but, you know, what are you going to do?
It's really okay.
Okay, so we have, as far as witness slips, 3 proponents. Dana Stoger, shocker, from CMS is a proponent. Michael Storino from Illinois Roads and Transportation Builders Association, and Robert Rescott from the Illinois Concrete Pavement Association. We have 0 opponents and 0 no position. I'm going to open it up unless you want to present testimony. I'm thinking not.
Happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. So we'll open it up for questions. Do any members have any questions? Spokesperson Rosenthal.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Do we have amendments to this then?
Oh, there is? Oh. That wasn't, why don't you speak to it?
Yeah, there is an amendment to this. That came from the CPO General Services Office that specifically lays out the items that these types of contract revisions would cover exclusively, instead of including but not limited to, but a limited list.
So will that come back to here, or will it go to the floor?
Was that what I just filed? Didn't receive back?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I'm trying to keep, yes. So I guess we're happy to hold on second and come back with that amendment.
It's got to post in committee for an
Yes.
hour before it can be presented, so we'll hold it on second.
Perfect. Okay.
And since you're already on this committee, it shouldn't be a big deal to re-present.
Perfect.
with
Thank you
the
very
amendment.
much. And thank you for that catch.
Thank you. Any further questions? Okay, seeing none. I put my piece of paper away. Thank you. There being no further debate, Representative Ryan moves House Bill number 5311 do pass. Do we have leave? Yes, for now. Right, we'll see the amendment, right? Leave being granted on a vote of 9 in favor, 0 opposed, 0 voting present. House Bill 5311 is declared passed and will be favorably reported to the House floor. Thank you. Now I am going to put Representative Grassi in the chair because I have a few bills to present.
Rep. Blair Sherlock, which one do you want to do first?
I would like to adopt the amendment on House Bill 4541 and present House Bill 4541. Thank you.
So the chair recognizes Rep. Blair Sherlock to present House Committee amendments to House Bill number 4541.
And the
Oh,
underlying
Committee
bill.
Amendment 2 to House
Commi-
Bill 4541.
Excuse me, you're right. It is Committee Amendment 2. There was an error where an errant amendment was filed on my bill. So I would like to pass the bill with the amendment. Yes. So if we could adopt the amendment, I'd appreciate that.
Okay, and then Rep. Favor Dias moves to adopt Committee Amendment 2 to House Bill number 4541. All those in favor say aye, opposed say nay. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, and the amendment is adopted. So now the chair recognizes Rep. Blair Sherlock to present House Bill number 4541 as amended.
Okay, well, I don't know about the explanations, the bill analysis that our friends did, but the one done on the Democratic side was very confusing. Okay, so please don't pay attention to that. Pay attention to what we're saying. Okay, this is about presentment of checks, right? Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong bill. But our bill analysis is terrible on that one. Where's my stub?
We'll get there.
Yes, we will get there. We will get there. I'm sorry, you're right. This is the unclaimed property one, which supplements a bill that we did last year. Okay, I'm going to let Alan take it over since I didn't even know which bill I was doing.
Madam Chair, members of the committee, Alan Mayer, Chief of Staff to State Treasurer Michael Frericks, here to present on House Bill 5441 as amended by committee. 45. See, even I'm in on it. The problem is I had a great lunch from Saputo's and I'm getting a little tired. Unclaimed property legislation, thank you for adopting the amendment. It has two major provisions. One deals with unclaimed property owed by units of local government. The second is a carve-out that we negotiated with some members of industry to a bill that we passed last year that requires licensing for finders. There are no known opponents to the bill. And the Municipal League is a supporter of the original bill that dealt with the unclaimed property that's owed by local governments. And I would be happy to answer questions in greater or lesser detail as you wish.
Okay, thank you. Before questions, I'd like to read into the record the witness slips. It looks like we have no opponents and 2 proponents. We have Alan Mayer with the Illinois Treasurer's Office and Alan Mayer with the State Treasurer's Office as
And then the
proponents.
I have very efficient staff that really
Sounds
wanted
good.
to make sure. But and if you look at the underlying bill, the Municipal League was a member or was a supporter of the underlying bill.
Great, thanks. So are there any questions from the committee?
Right? It's House Bill 4541.
first?
A little confusing, but Alan's really good at answering questions. Just don't let him get too complicated.
4541 as amended by committee amendment number 2.
Okay. Okay, thank you. There being no further debate, Rep. Crawford moves that House Bill number 4541 do pass as amended. Is there leave? Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
How many? There being 9 votes in favor, 0 votes opposed, House Bill number 4541 is declared passed as amended and will be favorably reported to the House floor.
Thank you.
So now, which one are we doing? 5146? Is that the next one?
4560.
Wait, oh, okay. So the chair recognizes Rep. Blair Sherlock again to present House Bill number 4560.
Yes, I am presenting this bill on behalf of Representative Kelly, who could not be here. I'm a co-sponsor on this bill, though. And this bill, I'm going to let Alan explain it a little bit, but because this legal analysis was so bad, I wanted to just put it in everyday terms, okay? For some of you younger people, I'm looking at you. You may not realize how checks work, but in the olden days, we used to write checks to people. We didn't Venmo, we wrote checks. The checks would get taken to the bank. The banker would take the check. Then the bank sends the check to the bank that the check is drawn on. And at that point in time, you find out if there's actually money in the bank, right? Or if that check's gonna bounce. That's called presentment, and they got way too complicated talking about the UCC and stuff in the analysis. It's pretty simple, right? So once that it's determined that the check is not good, if it's determined the check is not good, then the person who deposited the check in the original bank is on the hook to pay that money back, right? Because the check bounced, the money was never there. Well, there's a 30-day rule with respect to the presentments and the dishonors, and this bill addresses that with respect to the treasurer's office. And now I'm going to let Alan take over.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee, Alan Mayer, Chief of Staff. To State Treasurer Michael Frericks, this is a really exciting bill because what it does is put in statute something that a series of something like 30 years of case law are there. The reason that we're asking to do this now is because we're having issues as there are increased forgeries of state checks, of state warrants. We're dealing with lawyers who represent banks from out of state that might have honored a fraudulent check, and they don't know the difference between a check and a warrant. I don't expect you to. We don't expect them to. But what this does is gives us the ability to just point at a state statute and said, yes, you do have to talk to us, the state treasurer, about this state check. There was some initial concerns from some of the bankers and the credit unions. Our lawyers sat down and talked with their lawyers. They really geeked out about the UCC, and as you see, they ended up not taking a position on it. They understand it. So I would ask an aye vote. And if you have any questions, I'm certain that Chair Blair Sherlock would be happy to explain more details of the UCC to you.
It's really boring, but I like boring.
Well, thank you so much. I want to read the witness slips into the record. It looks like we have one proponent, which is Alan Meyer with the Illinois Treasurer's Office, and 0 opponents. Are there any questions from the committee? Okay, there being no further debate, Rep. Ryan moves that House Bill number 4560 do pass. Is there leave? Great. Leave being granted on a vote of 9 in favor, 0 opposed. House Bill number 4560 is declared passed and will be favorably reported to the House floor.
Thank you.
Thank you, members of the committee.
You. And now we're on to the third and final, right? What? Oh, are you sure? She already did her, she did the amendment. Okay, there we go. The chair recognizes Rep. Blair Sherlock again to present House Bill number 5146. Oh, we didn't, yeah. Well, we did 2, so this is the third one. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
I thought we did 45. That was 4560.
We did that first. And then we just did 4560. Now we're on to 5146.
Right. Do you have that right? I want to make sure we're good. Okay, before I start, I would like to say that Dana's going to probably explain this in way too complicated of a fashion as well. We have had multiple conversations with different parties on this bill. I think it's fairly simple, so we'll try and keep it simple, Dana. But I have agreed to hold this on second as we are trying to work on an amendment to satisfy. You met with them today? Fabulous. We're working on some language, so we will be coming back with an amendment. And I am supposed to get that language by Friday. I'm going to have a meeting with all the parties involved on Monday to make sure that we get it all cleared up. But I'm going to let Dana explain what this bill is and why it's important to CMS.
Hi, Dana Stoger with CMS. So right now, we use IFBs, which are invitation for bids for catalog contracts. That's when we go and we put out a bid for a suite of products, typically for commodity goods. And kind of the best way to explain this is in general terms, where we talk about when we buy these commodities, we're buying like things like food. So we put a contract out there for a food catalog where we say we need things like beef, we need cereal, we need grains, and then the companies come in and say we can provide these items within those categories. The procurement officer has told us recently that we need to change that from an invitation for bid process to a request for proposal process, which changes the timeline for getting those bids done and on the table for people to bid to them from about 6 to 8 weeks to about 9 to 12 months. It requires a lengthy scoring process, building of evaluations to ensure that we are buying these products that we are saying we're wanting to buy at a reasonable rate. We're looking to preserve the IFB process that we have been doing for a number of years to be able to get these products at the lowest bid because they are commodities, and the main point that we see that we are trying to preserve is that we want to buy these at the lowest price possible because they are individual commodities. So this bill would preserve that process, and we're looking to hammer out any further details with the CPO's office. We met with them today to go over amendment drafting to do that such.
So if I might just add, so this is about government efficiency, right? We like efficiency. So we're cutting a process from 8 to 9 months to 6 weeks. And like you said, this is the way you can get the best price. No, people don't like dealing with the government sometimes because everything takes so long, right? So this would ensure that they still get the lowest bidder, but it's a more efficient, quicker process. And we are working on it, and we're going to hold it on second and bring back an amendment. Thank you. We're open to any questions.
Before questions, I'd like to read into the record the witness slips. It looks like we have two proponents, Dana Stoger with the CMS and Michael Lane with Illinois Municipal League. Are there any questions? Spokesperson Rosenthal.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I think just to comment more than anything, especially if you're dealing with commodities, the shorter time you can put to when you procure it, the better off you are, because they don't have to build in some pad for a profit. So I think this is a good bill. Thank you. And you can add me as a co-sponsor on that.
Thank you. Will do. Fabulous. Thank you. And yeah, they got it. Any other questions?
Great. Okay. With no further questions, do I have leave? Oh, we did. Oh, thank you. Yes. There being no further debate, Rep. Davis moves that House Bill number 5146 do pass. Is there leave? Thank you. Leave being granted on a vote of 9 in favor, 0 opposed. House Bill number 5146 is declared passed and will be favorably reported to the House floor, knowing that you'll be back to hold on second, right?
Absolutely.
And so now I put Chair Blair Sherlock back in the chair. Thank you.
Okay, we are going to hold Rep. Ryan's bill until next week because there's one other person that we need to get a hold of. I don't want to hold up the committee because I actually have another committee. I'm assuming other people have another committee today. So there being no further business, the House State Government Administration Committee shall stand at recess until the call of the chair. Thank you.
The hour of 4 p.m. having come and gone, the House Higher Education Committee shall come to order. At this time, I don't have any replacement letters to read. So clerk, could you please take the roll?
Stewart.
Here.
Chung. Swanson. Amons. Blair Sherlock. Freeze. Gone Gershowitz. Hernandez B. Hernandez N. Katz Mo. Rosenthal. Ugaste. All right.
With 7 members present, we do have a quorum, and apologies, we're going to have to stand at ease for just a moment.